Back talking Jersey more with Vinny and Dino, our little sports segment, and Giuseppe Di Alf is doing push-ups for 2014.
Well,
He wants to get in shape.
It's a sports segment, so he's doing something
He's
a little
doing
athletic.
push-ups,
Yeah, he's doing push-ups. Yeah, he's been stuck on that one for the last 10 minutes. He's pretty. Oh man!
Fuck you, Giuseppe.
Elf on a shelf.
All right, there you go.
But yeah, the bowl games are coming up. Growing up, I used to love the bowl games.
It used to all be on January 1st.
Pretty much, or the week up to it.
You'd watch it from like 11 in the morning till 11 at night.
Or even later,
and college games were over.
The season was over.
Now it
the
goes
national
to the night
champion
before the Super Bowl.
Pretty much, yeah. The games used to be, it was always like the week prior to the New Year. It was always, you had your couple, because people were off, so there'd be games in the afternoon during the week. Like the Peach Bowl was like a Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
And they always had one on Christmas Day.
That's okay though.
And it's like, those poor kids, you know what? Christmas Day, you got a bowl game.
They don't really care because the parents probably got a little vacation out. But they don't do that anymore. But so there were some games the Christmas week. There were the minor games. But I like to focus on the national championship game. We could start with that. Florida State and Auburn. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
The new Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston. Congratulations, Jameis.
Is he watching?
I hope so. Maybe he's
I heard AJ McCarron's girlfriend's watching.
I sure hope so.
Oh, good.
That's talkinjersey@gmail.com.
No, that's your email address. You want her to email you? That's creepy.
Well, she emailed the show. That's not my email address. I kept that private.
I don't check it.
I haven't checked it in a while either, so.
Might be emails there.
Maybe she could subscribe.
Okay.
What's her name? I don't even, what's her name again? It's AJ's girlfriend. Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Yes, she's very cute. But we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened in Florida State. That's my team, as everybody knows. They'll be favored before the game starts. Auburn has been real lucky. They had those 3 games where that tip pass that went for a touchdown, the return field goal for a touchdown beat Alabama and AJ. So I think Florida State's going to win that game by at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
And
that's a gospel spoken by Vinny.
Yes, and of course I'm very technologically sound. I have my schedule right here on my phone that's hiding behind my water.
Oh, look at that.
No
cue cards here.
No cue cards. What do you think about some of the names that he's? Remember, growing up, it was the Peach Bowl, it was the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl,
Fiesta,
the Fiesta Bowl,
Holiday Bowl.
They were cool. They were cool.
They were nice.
You knew what the games were. You knew where they were. Now we have coming up the Bell Helicopter Military Bowl or Armed Forces Bowl.
Which bowl did that take the place of?
I have no idea. But at least Tostitos, you know that it's a chip. And you and I can go out right after the segment and we can go buy a bag of Tostitos chips, right?
Okay.
Are you going to go out and buy a helicopter?
No. Maybe that's promoting drafting.
Maybe, I guess, but it's just a little strange. There's also a game coming up between Michigan and Kansas State, the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Everybody likes Buffalo Wild Wings. You think, think the players, you think they're going to promote the restaurant probably beforehand and after,
I hope they're not serving a different type of buffalo wing there instead of Buffalo Wild Wings. Because I'd be really pissed off if I spent that kind of money sponsoring.
Do you like Buffalo Wild Wings? You ever been there?
No, I've never been.
They're not bad.
I'm a Hooters guy.
Yeah, you don't get the body for it, though. I'm sorry to hear. The Alamo. You set yourself up.
No wonder Giuseppe left.
He threw up the softball, and we had
you
to
didn't see what he was doing to Giuseppe in between segments.
Yeah, it's okay. We're good. We're all good now.
All right.
The National University Holiday Bowl. So they all have sponsors.
National University Holiday Bowl. So what is National University?
I have no idea.
What corporation is that?
No idea. And that's where I was going to go to again. We were talking about the corporate America a couple segments ago. Why do they have to have their name in front of the bowl game? Can't they just sit in the background and say the Holiday Bowl presented by?
Can't they take that $1 million and hire back some of our people?
They could do that. Listen, I had no problem with them sponsoring the games, but why do they have to put their name out there? Because when you watch again, the first commercial is going to come up, it's going to be for the sponsor. Let them have all this. They're paying for it. Let them.
Great, you got to rename the bowl.
But that part annoys me. So because I remember in the old days, my favorite named bowl when I was a kid, the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl. It used to be the Bluebonnet Bowl back in the 50s and the 60s. Then when they built the Astrodome, they moved the game indoors. It was the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl. That's a great name. It was in Houston. Didn't they just? I think they just blew the Astrodome up recently too.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. It was the 7th wonder of the world. Now there's 6 wonders. So, but
we got the 7th wonder producing.
Boy wonder.
Boy wonder.
Yes. Is he 7? Or is he moving up on the charts?
He might be number 6 soon.
He's doing well. He's doing well, isn't he? I think so.
I think so.
But I love
He's
this,
making us look good on television.
and that is not an easy segment.
Not a fucking
not an easy
segment.
thing to do for us. But I love this time of the year because, like you said, there's games on all the time now.
Always.
All the time. And ESPN, like them or hate them, they have all the games. And
do.
they can have 3 bowl games on at the same time.
ESPN 1, ESPN 2.
2, ESPN University, ESPN News, ESPN this. But they even have Deportes.
Deportes.
Yes.
I bet you the Fiesta Bowl is going to be on that one. Tostitos, Fiesta Bowl, and
It's my turn to say.
Deportes.
It's my turn to say. You had to go there.
It is what it is.
And it's not true that they do the game with sombreros either. So
Oh man, we need a bomb segment
yes,
somewhere.
we do, and we better hope we get the Mexican crowd. But
I don't think they're watching.
no, they don't have the internet.
No.
They don't get it down there.
No. So what else?
But that's it.
So what other bowls you got?
That's really it. Well, you got the
interesting.
championship game. You got my whole thing is, and it really bothers me. I miss just everything being called Peach Bowl, like I said, and everything.
Nice and simple.
It's nice and simple. You knew where the games were.
Yep.
And I always had my times set up as a young man. You knew New Year's Day, you wake up after going out the night before. Yes, we used to participate in amateur night. And you wake up just before like I think it was the Peach Bowl at like 11. Then there was another game at like the Cotton was at 12. Then the Fiesta Bowl used to be like at 4.
Shouldn't the Cotton Bowl be first if you went out on New Year's Eve and the mouth is all cottony feeling and stuff like that, and then you have a peach to wash it down?
Boom.
And then you got to make up for the girlfriend. You give her roses at the end of the night for the Rose Bowl.
Well, the Rose Bowl, speaking of that, that was an exclusive. That game was always on by itself.
Yes, it was.
So, and you had to wait and the orange and the sugar were on at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what network's on. I'm crazy with that stuff.
Orange and sugar. Sugar
The orange
was
was
on
on-
7.
The sugar was on
ABC.
7. The orange was on 4.
Yep.
And I used to love the Orange Bowl because it was always Don Cricky and I forgot who the other guy was. The guy that did the analytics.
I guess you didn't love it that much.
Yeah, stop it. I'll remember later. I'll remember next week.
Yeah.
But
Talk about
he was
memory.
he was the voice of the Orange Bowl. That's what I grew up.
Cricky.
Don Cricky, Imus guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember, he was an Imus guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still watch the games now because they're there, you know. And the games on New Year's Day are always the better of the games,
Yeah, of course.
you know.
Of
So
course.
so look for Florida State to beat Auburn by at least 14 points.
Okay.
famous Jameis Winston, the Heisman Trophy winner, he's gonna have a big game as usual. And I predict there will be no game-winning field goal return for a touchdown.
He won't be arrested before then for some stupid reason, right? I mean, he did win the Heisman.
There may be
Is he-
somebody
is he
waiting for him
partying a
after the
little bit?
game. Huh?
Is he partying a little bit?
I don't think he's a part. I just think you're
Or in the wrong crowd?
wrong place, wrong time, wrong girl.
Is he hanging around with people with their pants below their asses?
He might be one of those. I don't know. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
he shouldn't be hanging around them.
You know what gets me? A lot of these players, they don't come from families that have the means, so to speak. I'll say that in a
And
kind
I
of way.
understand that. So you know what? You got given a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking run with it.
And they've been given a lot of gifts. That's what gets them on probation.
Yeah, that's
Where do
true.
they get those Beats, the headphones? Those things are like $250. I can't afford them. And you get college students that are on TV walking into the locker room with the big headphones. They got the fancy clothes. I wonder why they're being investigated. They put themselves above the radar. They should be under the radar, you know. But
That's true.
so that's really it. This is the time of the year where it's on my mind with sports. It's the bowl games, and after that is when we'll get into the next show. We'll talk. We'll talk about the NFL playoffs,
Right.
which is going to be coming up after the new year. And
And how bad the Yankees and Mets are going to be this year?
yeah, you're finally able to come down my side of the tracks and suffer.
Yes.
So
Yes.
neither one of our teams made the playoffs.
Not going
this
to be a good year for Yankees.
You know, but both teams made some signings, and we'll talk about them because spring training is going to be. Oh my God, it's coming up. Was it 35 days or 40 days?
It's less.
It's
Yeah.
coming up, and
It's less. Pitchers and
that'll-
catchers.
pitchers and catchers. It always used to be like the third week of February. Then the infielders and the outfielders will stroll in after that.
It was always like the Super Bowl. Then you have to go out with the wife or girlfriend for Valentine's Day.
There was always that gap
Yeah.
between the Super Bowl, which was like always like January 20th, to like baseball pitchers and catchers. You always had like a month where you're stuck with the NBA.
Are they still playing?
They're still playing. My God. Well, they play all year round now, don't they? It seems like they do because their playoffs are longer than the football regular season. So it's just so. I like to look forward to the Super Bowl now, which is in February, and it goes right into baseball. Then the hot stove is over, and they go into pitchers and catchers. So that's after the new year is when the sports really gets rolling. Because baseball, I love baseball.
So basically, Vinny's very excited right now.
I love it.
He's like a little kid around Christmas.
Yeah. You ever see Who's on First, the Abbott and Costello routine?
I don't know, third base.
That's right. But I love when I just said it like Costello said. I love baseball.
Coming back.
Coming back.